Hey there everybody, it is September 1st and time for my collection update video. More than I was expecting again, a lot more, but I was able to mainly buckle down and focus on the Pokemon cards. There's a couple of extra things that I wasn't quite expecting and stuff I probably shouldn't have bought, but I did anyway. But there's everything but wall scrolls again. There's only one CD and only a couple video game things, so it's actually going to end with DVDs again for this month. So we'll get started with CDs. There's one. I found this because I decided I wanted to go to see how many video game soundtracks I could possibly find. A lot of the ones I wanted go for really, really expensive, but this is one that I was able to get pretty cheap, and that is the original Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. You know, it's in Japanese, except here it actually says Kingdom Hearts original soundtrack, but you got Japanese, and for some reason all the song titles are in English, which is really weird. But you open it up and everything's in Japanese, so it's like, and it's 2 discs. I forgot it was this way, 2 discs. I actually got this shipped from somewhere in the US. I just can't remember where. But it's really cool to have this. I actually have the second game soundtrack, so that was one of the big reasons I wanted to get this. I probably spent more on this one than I did on the second one, because that one I actually bought in a store. But still, really nice to have another video game soundtrack. Then we go on to video games, because that's all the CD stuff. There's actually something a little bit special at the end of this section. But we'll start off with the game I bought, actually. That was a game that I remember when they announced it, I knew I really wanted it. And then I actually found it at GameStop new for really, really cheap compared to for a new game. This is Digimon All-Star Rumble for the PS3. This was announced like last year. That's 2014, so it's about a year old. And I got it for like $20 new, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a Digimon fighting game. It probably won't be fantastic, but I really enjoyed both of the Digimon Rumble games. And I actually really want to try to get just about every Digimon game. I mean, they're really expensive, but still, it'd be nice to have them all. But really cool to have this. Digimon, one of my favorite shows growing up, so I had to, you know, pick this up. And then the special thing is another Mon-related product, but not Digimon. This is a little Pokemon thing. I found it at that same GameStop. This is a little 3-pack of figurines of Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium, the whole Chikorita evolutionary line. I bought this because Meganium's probably my second favorite starter Pokemon, and this is actually when I first started playing Pokemon. I started with Gold and Silver, and I picked Chikorita, so I knew I had to. If they would have had a Torchic to Blaziken line, I would have probably bought that ahead of this, because Blaziken is amazing, but it's really cool. I just like, one of the things that was pointed out is that in Denmark, I think, Bayleaf is called Lorblat. Yep. I don't even know. Lorblat. But still, really, really cool to have this. This is a little messed up here. It's a little bent, but I'm probably still not going to take it out of the box. It'll probably go on my display shelf. Unfortunately, the display shelf I'm using now is a little jam-packed full of stuff, so I'm planning on moving some stuff around in my room and putting up a bigger shelf, and this will definitely go on that. But yeah, really cool to have this. Then we finally go on to the DVDs. There's just DVDs this month, no Blu-rays. Couple special things, and then our usual DVD purchase at the end of every month. But first we're going to start off with some DVDs I actually found at a garage sale for like $1 a piece, so I bought them because why not? And I haven't taken the sticker off of the back of these. So the stickers on the back of these does not represent what the actual prices were. I got these for like $1 or $2 a piece. I can't quite remember. They were like priced down. But we'll start off with this. This is a rat race. I remember seeing this movie as a kid on TV somewhere, I think. All I remember is it's got Whoopi Goldberg, Rowan Atkinson as a narcoleptic guy. It's got Seth Green, and then Breckenmeyer and Amy Smart again in another movie together. Cuba Gooding Jr., and it has John Cleese from Monty Python in it as like a the rich guy that's sending them all out, if I remember right, to do something. So I just remember it's pretty funny, and the ending was actually really funny. I'm really happy to have it. It'll be cool to watch, definitely. But yeah, really happy to have this. Then we have another more serious movie, a much more serious movie. This is Philadelphia with Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. This was actually one of the big Tom Hanks movies I've wanted for a long time. Like, Big is another one. And I mean, I just recently got Apollo 13 and stuff. But this was another really big one. And when I saw it, I knew I wanted to get it. There were some DVDs that I found after I saw this one that I probably should have gotten, but still, it's okay. I've always wanted to see this movie. Wow, I didn't realize it had Antonio Banderas in it. I did not know that. But this ought to be really good. This won him an Academy Award, and then the next year he won it again for Forrest Gump. So, yeah, this is obviously going to be a really good movie. Can't wait to actually watch it. I didn't realize it was directed by the same guy as Silence of the Lambs either. That's interesting. That isn't all of the garage sale DVDs I got. The rest of them you will see later at the end because of what they are. I wanted to split them up because of circumstance. So I'll go on to the really special thing that I didn't expect to get this month, but I'm putting it before these because reasons. So I went to Costco one day, and this was actually right after my mom at that garage sale found the original DVD of Walking with Dinosaurs. If you ever watched that in the early 2000s or 99 or whenever it came out, it was on the Discovery Channel, but it was by the BBC too. So she found the original DVD release of that, which is out of print, and I was mad because I didn't get it. But we ended up going to Costco, and I ended up finding it there. So they apparently redid it. This has like every episode plus a bunch of other stuff. And I looked at the runtime on this, and it just seemed a little bit short. And then I looked at the runtime on her DVD, and it was longer. So I was like, did I get gypped or something? So I ended up looking it up, and I ended up buying something else that you'll see here in a second. But I came to realize that hers counted the special documentary in the total runtime, and mine didn't. So, still kind of upsetting that I bought the other thing, and I want to know what the next chapter is. But still, I'm probably going to get rid of this copy, sell it somewhere, because I got something else. But at the same time, I got this, Planet Dinosaur. It's also by the BBC, and it's also, like, pretty long, and it's basically like a rarer and more obscure dinosaurs, it sounds like. Probably, I don't know, but we'll see. It ought to be pretty cool to watch. But the big thing I got was this, because... Oops, let's... Just a second. Because of that, I actually went out, and for $5 more than I got that for, I found... This is the complete Walking With collection. This has the original Walking With Dinosaurs and the sequel, Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, or Walking with Beasts as it was known in Europe, which is, you know, after the Ice Age, the saber-toothed tigers and stuff. And then it also came with this Allosaurus, a Walking with Dinosaurs special, which is talking about the most complete Allosaurus. It's only like a half an hour long. And it's so I have what, let's see, 5 discs here. Walking with Dinosaurs is 2 discs, the Allosaurus, and then the Prehistoric Beasts. And I really enjoyed Prehistoric Beasts a lot too. I came to find out after that they had 2 other series, Walking with Cavemen and Walking with Monsters, which was before the dinosaurs. And those DVDs are either really, really expensive, or you just can't get them at all. But I'm really happy to have this. This is really cool, and to have all of it. Unfortunately, it looks like it came with an outside box, perhaps, at one point, but the person I bought it from didn't include that. The only other thing is a couple of these are a little loose, so they slide out a little bit, but I think I can figure something out with that. But still really cool. If I can find the other ones, that'd be cool. If I can find the other Walking With ones, that'd be really cool. But I watched Walking with Dinosaurs as a kid. I have the little art kind of book thing for it. I have it recorded on a VHS. That's why I still think it's longer than what it has here. Because 2 discs, it's only like 3-4 hours, 3.5, 3, something like that. And I always thought it was like 6 hours, or maybe it's just because I was a kid, but I don't know. But still, really, really cool to have this. I am definitely selling this. So if anybody's interested, leave a comment. Hell, I'll sell it to anybody, as long as it's a reasonable price. Then we go on to end this video. Actually, not the complete end, but it is actually the August collection update. And August, I believe it was August, I don't remember, I blank it out most of the time. But it has been, as of this month, a year since Robin Williams passed away. The fact that a year has already gone by is absolutely incredible to me, because it still feels like yesterday. It hit home that hard for me. And I'm still trying to get his movies, all the movies I want to get, all taken care of. Apparently I wasn't able to do it the way I wanted to. I was really hoping I could get it done at least within a year, but I wasn't able to do that. Thankfully, I knocked out 3 DVDs this month, so hopefully that'll speed up the process a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm getting to not only the least expensive stuff, but the more expensive stuff, because there's some movies that sounded interesting that aren't quite common, so they go for a little bit. But I was able to get 3 movies. 2 of these I got at the garage sale for like $1, so that's why I saved them for now. Unfortunately, all 3 of these probably aren't his most popular movies, but I do have his very first headlining role as an actor, and that is Popeye, the movie version of the cartoon. Sorry, but I don't care if people are kind of bugged by this. I think it'll be hilarious to see Robin Williams pretend to be Popeye. I've actually seen none of these movies, for the record, yet, so the other movie I got from the garage sale was Toys. A lot of people had an issue with this one too, but the concept sounds interesting to me. It's a fun-loving adult. He plays a fun-loving adult who must save his late father's toy factory from his evil uncle, a war-loving general who builds weapons disguised as toys. Okay, so I didn't quite read that, so that might be a more interesting movie than I thought. But yeah, really happy to have both of these. And then the actual movie I got just by myself, another less common movie that isn't quite popular, The Final Cut. The concept of this movie is amazing. It has Jim Caviezel in it too, which was fantastic. But welcome to the not too distant future, where implanted microchips record every single moment of a person's life. Upon death, it becomes the job of a cutter, like Alan Hackman, played by Robin Williams, to edit down the deceased's entire lifetime into a fitting memorial film. For years, he has used his godlike power of Final Cut to absolve the dead of a multitude of sins, but when on his latest assignment he views a terrible secret that can't be erased, Hackman finds his own life in jeopardy in this riveting science fiction thriller. But just the fact, that concept just sounds interesting. Plus, it's got Mira Sorvino, and I didn't realize she was in this, which will be a cool movie, because I just watched the episode of House she's in. I mean, I've seen House like 4 times, but Mira Sorvino, it'll be cool. But I can't wait to see all of these, particularly this one actually, probably. But Toys will be pretty good too. I'm way behind on actually watching stuff. There are so many DVDs that I still have to watch. It's ridiculous. But that is it for the collection update for this month. I'm going to give another quick update on the Pokemon card video. I am so friggin' close to being done. I have 3 packs left. 3. I have 3. Okay? Unfortunately, they are some of the more expensive packs, and then the very last pack is actually going to be the most recent release from, the Pokemon card series. So it's probably going to end up being Ancient Origins, but that'll be like the cheapest one I've bought. And I actually want to buy that one in the store as opposed to online, like I'm buying all the other ones. So that'll be bought absolute last. But the other 2, one is hands down the most expensive one if I actually decide to buy it. I might switch things around and buy a pack that I wasn't originally planning on buying. It just depends on what I decide to do. The other one I'm definitely going to buy because it's still less than some of the packs I bought. So I will have that done by the end of this month, and I'm trying to buy card sleeves and a new binder for the cards, so that'll get done. So you will see this video by the beginning of October when my girlfriend's here, so it'll be sometime between the 6th and the 15th of October. Those videos will come out. It's going to be in parts, so expect it soon. I just want to get this done, and I want my girlfriend to be in the video, so you guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit. I'm sorry. But that's it for the video. Until next month, I have a pre-order and an amiibo coming out next month, so there will be at least a small one. The Ganondorf amiibo comes out, and no in hell I'm missing out on that when I have all the other Zeldas. And then the other game comes out too. And then if I have a little bit money to spare, there might be a CD or two and some Robin Williams stuff, but we'll see. But yeah, that's it. Until next month. Later.